Hello, everyone. I am back. Uh, I think lately that's what I've been saying for every Flosstube that I do. I'm back. um, I think the last time I filmed was at the end of May, uh, and I did a Flosstube plus a small WIP parade. And I have come back to do uh, another segment of a WIP Parade, part two. And yeah, I have just a little bit of stitching progress to show, and um, then some WIPs. Um, not not a lot of progress. Like I said, I am still dealing with the autoimmune disease situation and just in a lot of chronic pain. Just like, actually, it's after 1 o'clock uh, in the morning on Monday morning, July 17th. And yeah, so odd hours to be filming, but I had things together to where it was possible for me to film. And so, unfortunately, with what I deal with, I never know when I'm going to be able to film. So I just strike when the time is right. Right now, that's what I have to do. And also, before I forget, welcome to my new subscribers. And thank you for joining me in my channel and in my stitchy journey. And welcome back to my previous subscribers, those of you who have already been following me. And I have missed filming and interacting with everyone, and so I hope this is a video you will enjoy. Overlook my hair. It is an evil mess right now. I don't know what is going on with it. Straight on this side and flip on this side. It's been that way all day. So yeah, overlook that. Hopefully the stitching, the WIP parade will make up for that. So I feel like there's something else I should be saying. I'm out of practice, but maybe I will think of it in a few minutes or sometime during the WIP parade. So with that, we will get started with the WIPs. I have my drink, a coffee, at nearly 1:30 in the morning. Doesn't matter with the caffeine. I wouldn't sleep anyhow. So I have my coffee. The light isn't the best right now, but hopefully things will still be okay. That you'll be able to see. Maybe it'll give a low ambiance, so you can enjoy some peaceful time. Hopefully this will give you some peaceful time and time that you can do some of your stitching. So we'll get started. Those of you who know me know what's going to come up first. My By the Harbor WIP that I started in June of 2020. And I have made some progress on it. But first, for those of you who don't know me, who have just joined, I will show. It's from the Cross Stitch Gold collection. And Joanne, I think I'm saying her name right, Aston. If I'm not, I apologize if I'm not saying it right. She is the designer. I love this piece. I love the colors in it, the cheery colors and things. At the time, we all know what 2020 was like. This was something that was fun for me to do, just because it was colorful, cheerful, and all that stuff. So I am stitching this on a 14 count sky blue Aida, and I am not techie enough to put the previous, the update pic or the I'm tongue-tied, the before picture up here. So in the screen, but you can find pictures of this on my Instagram if you're Instagram Sherry Stitchy Life. And there's a little sheep. There's a little sheep after my name because I started out this channel with as Woolly Sheep Stitcher, and changed the name several times. We won't go into that, but yes, you can find this on Sherry's Stitchy Life on Instagram if you would like to follow me there. Just to give some reference to where I'm at on this, I am in this area around the boat. I'm working on some of the, wait a minute, I'm on the wrong side. I'm in this area around the boat. I am working on some of the water around the boat, and I am filling in some of this, and I have started some of the back stitching on this building here. So I still have back stitching to go, but I just kind of go back and forth between that and this down here in this boat area. So depending on what mood I'm in and how stiff my hands are at the time. So anyway, without further ado, here is my piece, and here is the area I was talking about, the portion in the project, and I still need to fill in all of this, and I have some of the back stitching done right here, one up here. Some needs to be done there. Some more needs to be done here. So there's quite a bit of back stitching. So yeah, so there we are by the harbor. And I really love this piece. This is Laura Stitcher on Instagram. She's started her Flosstube I Stitch Birds, and I think this is her favorite project that I have going. So trying to get this done for myself and for Laura. Hi, Laura. Okay. So for the next couple of projects, we're going to go way back, and we're going to talk about the cross-country stitching magazine from Jeremiah Junction. And I need to pause for just a second and gather that, and I'll be right back. All right, I know many of you remember the cross-country stitching magazines. They were all the rage and still all the rage for many of us. I always loved these magazines. I had a subscription at one point, and I started a lot of things. It was kind of a stage where I'd start something and then something else would catch my eye, and then I would start something else. Sound familiar? But this is probably by far one of my oldest WIPs, what I'm getting ready to show you. It is from the August 1997 issue of Cross Country Stitching, and it is this Hoosier cabinet. I loved this. I loved stitching on it, and I'm assuming the only reason I quit was because I was in a Paula Vaughn stage 2, and I probably found something from Paula Vaughn and stitched it instead of finishing this. But this is one of the magazines. My husband even loves the projects from this magazine. He loves this project that I'm working on right now, and or that I was working on at that time, and he still likes it. He has mentioned several times for me to finish it, and it just happened that, and I probably would have gone ahead and finished it, but there were times that the book would be missing and I would have my project, or the project would be missing and I would have the book. So everything lined up, and I now have them both together. So this will be coming back into my WIPs, and I'm going to finish this. I mean, this is like, okay, 1997. I am sure I started this after this magazine came out. So after August, probably not long after it came out, I probably started it because I loved it. So that's how old this WIP is. And the fabric still looks really good. I started on 14 count. I guess it's called oatmeal. And it also looks really good. I kept it in the plastic tubing that the Ada used to come in, and kept it protected. So yeah, I think it still looks good. So I am going to show you where I'm at on this. Okay, so I finished all of this up to here, and then I am up to about right here on this section. So I have this little what would you call that? This little scar, I don't know, but I have this done. So now that I've kept you in suspense for all that long time, here is the project. That's where I'm at. And I think I did all my back stitching as I went. So there I am. Isn't that cute? I love this project. So yeah, that will come back into my WIPs, my active WIPs, because that needs to be finished. And I'll give you one more look right there. So yeah, I love that. So that's going to come back into my active WIPs, and I know I'll enjoy that. Okay, the next WIP also comes from a cross-country stitching. I showed this not too long back. It is from August 2010, and you know, I think now that I look at this, I might be wrong. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. This on the front, patriotic. I think this I saw on Instagram, finished. What is her channel name? I know it's Cross Country Stitcher. It might just be Cross Country Stitcher. Some of y'all will know who I'm talking about. I'll have to maybe go back and check and see if I could just put it in here. But she does the cross stitching from these magazines too, and she had this displayed. I think this is the piece that she showed that she had displayed. So yeah, but that's not the project I started. I started another hutch. You'll start to see a theme here in a minute. I started this. I loved this little hutch. The only thing is, I'm not a huge, green is not my favorite color, but I decided to use all the called for colors because I wanted to keep it authentic there. So that's what I did, and it's got some just really cute stitching in it. So I did this. I started this on a piece of 14 count fabric. This one might be called Rustico. I don't know. I think I just cut it out of some of the fabric I already had. It could be oatmeal, but it looks different holding it up to the previous one. But here I am. Okay, there I am on this. So that will definitely be an active WIP at some maybe at the same time I'm doing the other ones. I don't know. I have to make up my mind about some things, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the next few projects that I am going to talk about are well, I'm going to talk about Paula Vaughn just a little bit. I don't have And besides the one I showed in my last video, I don't have another one going, but I do want to show some things from Paula Vaughn. I have a few of her books, and one of them is the Paula Vaughn Grandmother's House. And there's the glare, so I'm sorry about any glares that you get. So I have some fabric in here that I had cut for a particular WIP. I thought I started the WIP at one point, but I must not have. I must have just cut the fabric for it because, you know, here's the fabric and there's nothing on it. It's a piece of white Aida. By the way, I'm an Aida stitcher. That's what I started out with, and that's what I'm going to keep stitching with, just because I'm like mid-age. There's no reason for me to change now. But I love the beautiful work that so many of you all do on the different fabrics. That's beautiful. So this particular cross stitch piece is, I don't know if this is the name, the fruits of her labor. But I don't know about you all, but I always loved these books that would like say something about the cross stitch piece. It was like, I loved reading what it would say and the story it would tell about the project. So here, you'll know why I'm laughing in just a minute. Here is the piece that I had cut that fabric to start. Another hutch. Another hutch. But it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I have done another one of her hutches. I did it for my mom, and unfortunately, after my mom passed away, that was lost to me. But I had done that particular, a different one from this one for my mom. She kept it hanging in her kitchen. So there's that one. So we can kind of call it a WIP, since I apparently, prepared for it. But for some reason didn't do it. I don't know. But I'm going to keep the fabric with it. And that way, when it's ready to go, we can do it. Now, the one thing I want to say about Paula Vaughn, for my family, is kind of like with the cross-country stitching. All my family loves the stitching that comes, the projects from that magazine. My husband loves it. Both my daughters like the projects from those magazines. In fact, there is a project that my youngest daughter, Malia, some of you all know, she wanted me to do, but that was from one of those magazines. But to be honest, my heart was not into that project. But one day I will do it. It's It's one of a series type project. And with the doors, you know, you see so many different seasonal type doors and buildings or something. This one's the building, and um, it's cute. It's really cute. She likes the colors in it. So yeah, I need to do that for her one day. And but Paula Vaughn, uh, she everything I've started in the Paula Vaughn books, my family has liked. This particular piece, I've shown this before. This in the background here. Uh, I think I finished it. I did have a label on the back of it, and it's gone, so it must have fallen off at some point. So I'm thinking I started it in January. Let me see if I can, just in case you haven't seen it. I started it in January of, oh, there's the light, of, that'll give you an idea. Okay, so I started it in January of 2001. And this shows how monogamous I was. I finished it in February of 2001 and had it professionally framed in February of 2001. Now, you can tell I have since taken it out of the frame and put it, it's not professional anymore. But I changed the frame. I'm going to change the frame again. So, but this project, it was in my living room for a while, and we did some moving, and at one point, my oldest daughter, Hannah, she asked for this piece, and so for many years, it was in her room. And a few years ago, she brought it back to me, gave it back, because it wasn't matching the taste that she had at that point. So she brought it back to me. I reframed it and I hung it in this room. Now Malia is asking for it. She wants it for her room. So what is ironic about that situation is when I saw Paula Vaughn's work, some of her pieces, at that time I only had one daughter, because there's 8 years difference between their ages. So I only had Hannah, but I wanted to like fill the walls of her room with certain pieces of Paula Vaughn, some of her pieces. And I didn't end up doing that. And then as time went on, Hannah asked for it. Now Malia's asking for it. And I'm like, that's so ironic, because that was the original thing that I wanted to do, was fill their walls with Paula Vaughn cross stitch. So I thought that would be a fun story for everyone to hear. Kind of off on a tangent, but some of the other Paula Vaughn things, I have not started these. I think in the past I have wanted to start these. This book right here, The Best of Paula Vaughn, book 2, has some pieces that I would love to start. There's a lot of them. I couldn't even, the majority of them I want to start, but there was, let's see, there's a couple in particular. I'm unprepared. Give me just one moment. This one, I think that's beautiful. And there's just so many in this book. If you would like to see a flip through of this book, I can do that for one of my floss tubes. Just let me know. This, I love this. And Malia, she loves sunflowers. That's her favorite flower. So I'm thinking that if I could figure out how to hide from her, that I'm going to try to do that for Christmas, the holiday season, or for her birthday. So yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to do that because I think she would love that. It's got the blue, the blue barrel. She loves the color blue. She loves sunflowers. That would be beautiful. It would be beautiful in her room. So, yeah. So the other piece, I'm so tempted. I would really like to start this. I think, let's see, which book is it? I think it's this one, Grandmother's House. It might not be this one. Give me just a second. I think it must be this one. I should have marked these pages. Let me pause while I look for it so you don't have to sit there for dead air. Okay, yes. The other piece that I would like to make is Paula Vaughn, that I would love to make a project. You know, comes from the same book as The Hutch, The Grandmother's House. Is a Fruitful Life. This, I love this. I would love to get started on that. There's so many pieces that I want to start and do. We'll never get to them all, will we? Okay, let's see. I think, let me take a moment now and kind of get my stuff back in order, and I'll be right back. Okay, gotta have some of my coffee. It's good. It's got some creamer. I like the Southern Butter Pecan creamer, and we don't have any of that, but my daughter has the white chocolate mocha, I think it is, and it's a pretty good substitute. So, okay, on with the WIPs. This next one, it's another one that I absolutely love. I need to be working on. Um, mm. And this is a Jan Lynn kit. It's called Buck's Country Farm Stand. It's a fall. It's a fall or autumn, an autumn project, and it is beautiful. It is colorful. Um, if you've done this piece, let me know. I would love to hear from other people who have done this one. But here's what it looks like. And right there you can see it says pumpkins, produce, quilts. There's birds. Laura from I Stitch Birds. There's birds in this. Look, on top of the stand, there's a bird. Christine from Calico Whimsy. There's birds in this. Would love for us all to stitch this together. Because I'm not very far along. So this is on a 14 count sky blue Ada, the same as By the Harbor, and the fabric is very wrinkled because my husband, trying to be helpful during some of the illness I have been dealing with, had taken some of the projects that I wasn't working on at the moment and put them away. And when I pulled this out, it was in pretty bad shape. So I just didn't iron it. But let me show you where I'm at for a reference, because I haven't done much back stitching on the bit I have done. So I'm in this area right here. I have done this part, just this area, and this pole going up this way. I have done that, and that's it. And you all know how much I love pumpkins. I need to stitch to get down to here. And we love the vegetables. We grew a vegetable garden this year, and it's not our first time doing it, but it's been a few years, several years since we've done it, and we've been like so excited over all, the vegetables and stuff. So that's this one, and here is where I'm at stitching wise, right there. So I need to finish those apples and do some back stitching so we can start being able to tell what things are. And yeah, so that is my fall kit from Jan Lynn. Now, I have another kit for those of you who like kits. I'll get it. Okay, this is also a Jan Lynn kit. Some of you have seen this before, and I technically have not started stitching this, but I'm still calling it a WIP because I did get everything together for it. So, because I think I had issues with the thread that was with it and had to go buy some of the floss colors. And so, yeah, I pulled everything together for this, found it the other day, and so technically I'm going to call it a WIP because I did all that. And this is called Log Cabin Covered Porch. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And if you know me very well, you know I love the mountains. Our whole family does. Fall season, and also spring. We love the colors of spring. And so I'll show this. So there is what it will look like. Look at that. That is beautiful. Even this being a preview photo or cover photo or whatever you call it, it is absolutely beautiful. Speaking of this, I do want to say, it reminds me, I've been meaning to tell you all, if you love nature, being out in nature, pictures of nature, videos of nature, those types of things, Malia does have a Instagram page. It's uniquely _ Malia, Malia. And we all contribute to the photography and the reels. It's definitely not professional, but we do a lot of those pictures and reels on her page. They're done on hers. And she is very, very good. So if you'd like to go over and give her some support, I'm sure that she would appreciate that. And like I said, she and I, my husband, and when Hannah's able, we all try to get out and get that photography and video for reels and things like that. So yeah, just thought I'd put that plug in. Now I do have another kit. I know many of you like kits. So let me put this away and I'll be right back. Okay. So this next one, I started it or prepared it at one point. So I don't have any progress to show because I don't have anything with it. I'm not sure what happened and I can't remember. But I think I would show this to you. This is not something I'm going to actively work on anytime soon because I've got some other pieces I'm going to show in another video that I want to work on. Hopefully I will do a fall video for you, a WIP parade for fall, and show you some things then that I am going to try to get done, at least one of them. But I did want to show this. It's another log cabin. This is also a Jan Lynn kit. This is called Campfire, and you'll also see a theme with this one. Now, some of y'all have already seen these kits, but Maybe I should go back and look at some previous videos that I did and see what I actually maybe could have done with the progress on this. So yeah, so we see the mountains and the trees, the fall leaves, and the campfire. This is beautiful. So yeah, maybe I should have done called my channel I Stitch Cabins, I Stitch Fall, I Stitch Autumn. Laura, what do you think about that? Would that work? Okay. Put this away. And I have some, just a little more to show you. Okay, I have 2 kits that I wanted to show you. The first one is from Dimensions, and the second one, Candamar Designs. So this is, the first one is the Gold Collection Petites. It's called Morning Lake. I did not buy these. I have a couple of really great friends who, whenever they're at an estate sale or something, and they find cross-stitch stuff, they grab it up and they give it to me because they know I cross-stitch, and yes, they're great. So the first one, I know many of you have seen this one and have done this one. This is the Morning Lake, or Morning Lake. And yet, there's a cabin. And believe it or not, I have another one somewhere. I haven't looked it up yet. That is another cabin. How did I get all these cabins? So there's that one. I haven't pulled everything out of it, but there are the threads, flosses, and that's another one. That's another one I'd like to get to. So, and then one more. Well, I have some more, but this is the last one I show. It is a Thomas Kincaid, and it had been opened. I really don't know if I haven't looked at it well enough to know if, I don't think any of the threads have been used, or any of the floss have been used. So this is Thomas Kincaid, the painter of light, Beside Still Waters. It's beautiful. I need to do this one. So it's Beside Still Waters. If you have done this one, if anyone has done this one, let me know. Or any of the things I have shown. If you have stitched them or are stitching, let me know. Here is the bundle of colors. It looks like the colors would be gorgeous. I guarantee that this cover picture does not do this piece justice. I mean, this is pretty and all, but I guarantee it does not do justice to this project. So many things to stitch and so little time. I would love to be able to get to everything. So yeah, so that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I do have some things I think I could still do another WIP parade. But I will try to be back at the end of July to just do an update on what I decided to work on for the rest of this month, and show you some progress on whatever that is. And you know that one of them will be by the harbor. So yeah, so thank you for watching. I appreciate if you would subscribe, give this video a like, comment, let me know, like I said, if there's any of these that you are currently stitching, or that's in your WIP pile, or that you have already stitched. I would love to know. And I will plan to see you at the end of July, or maybe the 1st of August, one or the other, and should kind of give you a progress update. And I will be planning for my next WIP parade too. And with that, be blessed and be well, and I will see you next time. Bye.